Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this electric bike after owning it for about a month. The initial impression was positive, the packaging was secure, and the bike arrived without any damage. The assembly required was minimal, involving attaching the seat, handlebars, pedals, front wheel, reflectors, and making a single electrical connection. The battery had a partial charge, allowing for immediate testing, though a full charge takes about 6-8 hours. One of the standout features for our reviewer was the weight. This scooter is surprisingly light, only slightly heavier than a standard mountain bike. The aluminum frame contributes to this and gives the bike a solid feel, free of rattles or creaks, especially impressive considering the price point. The integrated removable battery with a lock is a clever design, allowing for space for a water bottle cage, something often missing in competitors. The bike is adjustable and should comfortably fit riders between roughly 54 and 63. The pedal assist is cadence-based, meaning the motor activates at full power when you pedal. While torque-sensing systems might be preferred, they are more expensive. This electric bike offers 5 pedal assist levels, each with a corresponding speed limit. A throttle-only option provides a scooter-like experience, though its range is, of course, less than when using pedal assist. However, the throttle is tied to the pedal assist level, which the reviewer found limiting, preferring the ability to use the throttle independently. The 7-speed shifting works well, but the gearing feels short due to the small front chainring, leading to ghost pedaling at higher pedal assist levels. A 3-speed front derailleur like those found on many standard mountain bikes would allow for more efficient pedaling at higher speeds. The front shock absorber is decent, offering adjustable preload and a lockout feature for road riding. The display is a simple SU.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer received their new electric bike last night, delivered by a very tired courier. Despite the late arrival, the bike was well packaged and undamaged. Assembly was surprisingly straightforward. It only required attaching the front fork, handlebars, and pedals. The front wheel and disc brakes were properly aligned and there were no leaks. Within an hour, everything was set up and the battery was charging. Our reviewer even had time to read the manual during the initial charge. A quick test ride in the dark immediately brought a smile to their face. The next morning, this client rode the bike to a class a mile away. After class, they went for a longer ride, clocking 10 miles within the first 24 hours. Initially, they were concerned about the speed, but it turned out to be perfect. The reviewer feels that the price was fantastic and the bike is worth double what they paid. The lack of fat tires wasn't an issue either. The setup is ideal. This has already become this client's best purchase of the year. The plan is to use this bike throughout the summer and then purchase the Pioneer model for winter commuting. The reviewer appreciates how light this bike is, making it easy to maneuver in and out of the house, even through tight spaces. A permanent parking spot is still needed, but for now, it resides in the living room where the battery is charged. The bike seat is super comfortable, and standing on the pedals feels balanced and solid. Despite railroad crossings, potholes, and construction, the suspension, handling, and braking were comparable to, or better than, more expensive bikes they own. This client did note the need to be extra cautious of cars as their speed on the bike can be deceptive to drivers. The brakes are reliable, and while one pothole was unavoidable, the bike handled it well. For hills, some extra power would be useful. However, for the reviewer's needs, it is perfect. Overall, our reviewer rates this purchase 5 stars.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer had a bit of a rocky start with their new electric bike. It arrived well packaged, which was a plus, but the front wheel was noticeably bent out of shape, almost like a taco, our reviewer joked. Despite this initial setback, the rest of the bike seemed to be in good working order. This client immediately contacted the seller to see about getting a replacement wheel. Thankfully, the seller was very responsive and understanding, ultimately refunding the cost of a replacement, which was the quickest way for our reviewer to get back on the road. Once the bike was fixed up, this client was very impressed. They used this bike for a daily commute of 12 miles round trip, and even riding it full throttle with no pedal assist, they still have around 75–80% battery remaining when they get home. On one occasion, they even managed a 24-mile round trip before the battery hit 50%. Our reviewer estimates the total range to be around 50 miles under full throttle with no pedal assist. The seat is comfortable and the acceleration is surprisingly good. This client mentions reaching top speed quickly, often pulling ahead of traffic from a standstill. They warn other riders to be aware of drivers, though, and always wear a helmet, especially in town. As a first-time electric bike owner, this reviewer is already thinking about upgrades, even considering a more powerful motor. They also noted that the bike's controller supports different voltage battery packs, meaning you could easily upgrade to a higher capacity battery to significantly increase the range. They found that charging after a 12-13 mile ride takes under 2 hours. Overall, despite the initial wheel issue, this client seems very happy with their purchase.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.